My friend, we are going to be doing page 6, Amazing Grace, in the 100 all-time classics for the baritone ukulele. Now, the baritone ukulele, as we're doing this session, is a lot like the guitar, meaning when we have a guitar, we've got 6 strings. This has 4. Well, the ukulele baritone style is the E string, the B string, the G string, and the D string, meaning when one plays this chord, a D major, it is also a D major on a guitar, standard 6 string, acoustic or electric. Just doesn't have the 5 and 6 string, the A string and the E string. So if you want to, follow along with that and just have fun with this. So I really enjoy the way that these are arranged. Arranged by Mr. Ballinger. I use these to teach chord form, and if you have the book, please follow along with me. And the process between what we're going to be doing will help you become a stronger reader. If you need to find the book, it is online. You can go grab it. Other than that, what are we doing here? I always go to the first measure to see what key we're in. Now, this has 1 sharp, meaning it is in the key of G major. When we have a G major, that means we are going to be playing that throughout the whole measure. The time signature, the 3/4 that's next to that in the first measure, tells us that it's going to have a pulse of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I like to give a little oomph on the 1. So it really drives the music. It tells me I'm going to do all downstrokes, and I hope that you'll play along with me. If you dig the way that I teach, please thumbs up, subscribe, and comment in the comment section below on what you would like to see. The chords we're going to be playing in this are going to be a G major. I like to play with my 3rd finger because it feels comfortable, 3rd finger, 3rd fret. You can also play with a multitude of different other fingers on both hands, and what we like to do is get really comfortable doing that so we become versatile and have a little bit more agility up and down the fretboard. The next note we're going to be playing is the 1 finger on the, you guessed it, D string 2nd fret. That gives us an E minor. Yay. Our second is going to be the aforementioned chord that I played. 1st finger and 2nd finger will be on the 2nd fret of the G string and then the E string. And then we're going to wrap that 3rd finger around for the G string. Sorry, no, the B string with our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. That gives us the open D and a D major. And then lastly, if we put our 1st finger on the 1st fret on the B string and then 2nd fret on the D string, it gives us a C major. With these 4 chords, we are magically going to play the song of Amazing Grace. Now, the first measure has 1 note. When we have 3/4, we know that we need 3 notes because the quarter note gets the beat. Where are those 2 missing beats? They're in the last measure. That means there's a half note that's going to be played at the end of the song, which mathematically completes this whole thing. I'm going to take a quick scan through all the measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I noticed in the 9th measure there's a rest. That is a half note rest. It's like a little top hat that sits up here. I think of it this way. When you have a hat that's turned upside down that you would like pull a rabbit out of, you got 4 beats in that sucker. When you flip it upside down, it drops 2 of them out. That's just how I remember. So when I see the B line and I see a little box sitting on top of it, the little top hat, I think rest, rest, and then play a note. Oddly enough, the 9th measure there is exactly like the 1st measure, giving you that huh. And that's the note that we're going to be jumping into for Amazing Grace. It's a D note. It is 1 note above the leisure line, which means that C note goes to a D. In the key of G with 1 sharp, we would have an F sharp. When we play open G, play the A, open B, C, D at the 3rd fret, we're going to play an open E, and then we have F sharp at the 2nd fret and a half step then. If we're following along for the C major, for the G major scale, we would have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So when going through here, the first note that we see is a low string here, played open. The 2nd note for the melody will be the open G, because the step we're doing is a D to a G, D, E, F sharp, G. It's a perfect 4th, yes. So when we go, there are no chords in the 1st measure, and then the first thing we strum is going to be the G major chord. So D, G major. We're going to hold that out for 2 measures of 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, and then we're going to go to our E minor chord, and then back to our G major. We're going to be holding out this G major for quite long. If you notice that my hand is going and it's strumming with this, it allows me to keep the meter and remember 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and it's an easy way to keep your own internal time. So from the top, we're gonna go through the whole thing, play all the way up there to the 8th measure, and then hold it on that dotted half note. And we're gonna talk about what kind of note value that has. All right, from the top, 1, 2, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. It's not written in the book, but my goodness, wouldn't it be sound to play a D major and then put our pinky down, or just wrap that first finger or that third finger to incorporate not only the D note, but then also the G to give a sus and release. Having a wretch like me, rest, rest. I once was lost, C, but now back to G, I'm found. 'Twas mine, but now we're gonna alter that last chord just a little bit. Why not? Do another sus chord. Now what we're talking about is playing the G major it wants us to play, but we're gonna play G, A, B, and then the C note right here, and then release. The same way we play the D major and put the G on. The G major would be like this. So putting down our first finger on the C would give us a G sus4. Watch it in its entirety. From the top, play along with me. Ready? 1, 2, amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Twas blind, but now I see. There are a multitude of verses for this. If you like to sing along, do it, but then you can do it with la la la, oohs and ahs. There's a number of things you could do to add dynamics and have fun with this tune. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one. Aloha.